Have you ever noticed that no matter where you go, crowded streets, quiet rooms, even when you're supposed to be asleep, there's always a voice in your mind? It comments, it questions, it plans, it judges, it argues. And here's the weird part. You're not speaking, but you hear it. So why do humans talk to themselves in their own heads? And what if that voice isn't just noise, but one of the most important tools your brain has? Let's start with something surprising. You were not born with an inner voice. Babies don't have internal monologues. Their brains don't use words to think. They feel, react, express, but they don't narrate. So where does the voice come from? It actually grows out of external speech. Think about a toddler solving a problem. They talk out loud. Red block here. No, here. Push this. Don't fall. This is called private speech, and it's how children organize their thoughts. As you grow older, your brain becomes more efficient. Instead of saying things out loud, you begin saying them to yourself. Your own thoughts become your own narrator. Scientists call this process internalized language. It's your childhood voice moved inside your brain. This inner voice becomes more than words. It becomes a core part of how your brain works. When you think, "What time is it?" or "I shouldn't forget my keys," you are using language to organize your thoughts. Humans don't think before they speak. Humans think by speaking, even silently. Your inner speech becomes the operating system for your mental life. Your internal voice has multiple jobs. Scientists break them into 4 major types. 1, the planner. What do I do first? How do I get this done? This voice helps sequence tasks. 2, the problem solver. Wait, if I try this, what happens? This voice helps build logic. 3, the regulator. Stay calm, focus, you can handle this. This voice controls emotions. 4, the critic. You messed up. Don't do that again. This voice prevents repeated mistakes. All 4 voices work together, like a team of advisors in your mind. Inside your skull, 2 major regions create and manage inner speech. Broca's area generates the words, and Wernicke's area processes their meaning. But here's the twist. Your brain activates these same areas, whether you speak out loud or silently inside your head. To your brain, inner speech is still speech. Your brain is talking. You're just not using your mouth. Scientists discovered something fascinating. When you talk to yourself, your brain divides into 2 identities. Your inner voice is literally you talking to you. It's a conversation between 2 sides of the same mind. And that explains why inner speech can feel like arguing with yourself, comforting yourself, coaching yourself, or even lecturing yourself. Your brain is both the teacher and the student. You might think your inner voice only comments on what you already know, but actually, your inner voice shapes your motivation, your decisions, your habits, your fears, your goals, your identity. If your inner voice constantly says, "You can't," your brain starts believing it. If it says, "You've survived worse," it starts preparing for growth. Your brain listens to itself more than it listens to other people. One of the strangest abilities humans have is mental time travel, imagining your future and revisiting your past. But here's the hidden detail. We do this traveling through inner speech. You're thinking about tomorrow? Your inner voice narrates it. You're replaying a mistake? Your inner voice analyzes it. You're imagining a conversation? Your inner voice rehearses it. This is partly why humans are so intelligent. We simulate reality before actually living it. Inner speech gives us the superpower of prediction. Sometimes the inner voice becomes too loud, too fast, too negative. This doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It usually means you're stressed, overwhelmed, or dealing with too many mental tabs open. Your inner voice increases its volume when your brain feels uncertain. It tries to protect you by thinking through every possible outcome, even the scary ones. Your brain can be overprotective. That's why the harshest things you hear often come from the voice inside your head. Strangely, not everyone experiences inner speech the same way. Some people have constant internal dialogue, like running commentary. Others think in pictures, or emotions, or sensations, with only occasional words. And a rare group has almost no inner speech at all. But none of these are wrong. Brains simply use different tools to think. No other species has an inner voice like ours. Animals think, communicate, react, but they do not hold entire conversations with themselves. Your internal speech is part of what gives you imagination, morality, problem-solving, creativity, self-reflection, and self-control. Humans can talk to themselves, which means humans can observe themselves. And that's the root of self-awareness. Inner speech can do incredible things. Athletes use it to stay focused. Students use it to stay organized. Leaders use it to stay confident. Creatives use it to spark new ideas. Changing even one sentence in your inner voice can shift your entire life path. Instead of, "I can't," your mind can learn to say, "I'll figure it out." Instead of, "I always fail," it becomes, "I'm improving." The words you speak internally shape the world you experience externally. Your inner voice is not random, it's not noise, and it's definitely not a sign of madness. It is your planner, your protector, your guide, your storyteller, your coach, your historian, your future architect. It is how your brain organizes the chaos of life into something understandable. Your inner voice is the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. We talk to ourselves in our head because our brain evolved a brilliant system, a voice that helps us think, guide ourselves, understand our emotions, and build our identity. The lesson? Listen carefully to how you speak to yourself, because your inner voice is the most powerful influence on your confidence, your resilience, and the life you create. Change the voice, and you change the path.